All right, if we have this, Demola Daniel, the president of the Nigeria Strongman Federation, will be joining us on the program to talk about the 12th edition of the championship they will be holding October 1st. And of course, you know what the Strongest Man is all about. Yes, when you talk about Strongest Man, it has to do with, loading different races, the flip tires, and the whole lot. I mean, you have to really be strong to be able to take part in that race. When he's ready to join us, we'll go to him. But now let's just get into what Austin, talk about, starting with the show concerning the inspection by the sports minister. That's the Games Village. He was there at the Games Village. He was also there at the National Stadium. We always talk about this thing about ministers coming in, then having to, go to the National Stadium, inspect it. And of course, we know what happens with the partnership and everything. They're trying to refurbish it and all that. Okay, I think we have our guest to join us now. So we'll pause on this inspection by the sports minister and quickly go to our guest where he will be talking about the 12th edition of the National Strongest Man Championship. Good evening, Demola. It's great to have you join us.
Good evening, Austin. I can see you.
Great to have you join us. All right. You've been promoting this Strongest Man Championship for a long time now. Now, this particular edition, what's different from what we've been having? Is the 12th edition? What's different from what we've been having in the past years?
Different this time around is going to be the number of contestants and the number of new events added to the sport itself. And as you know, Strongest Man is a strength sport. Recently, two of our athletes got their pro card all the way to compete in the USA and also in the annual classic and World Strongest Man competition.
Okay, that's interesting. This year you have Clash of the Titans. So are we going to having these athletes you just talked about, will they be competing in that Clash of the Titans? Or are you going to rely on maybe having some younger talent coming into the championship?
They'll be traveling out to other parts to compete, while other athletes as well will be competing in this particular championship. As you know, Nigeria is diverse in in terms of population. So we have the numbers as well that will be coming in to compete. And this time around, we're going to be spicing it up a little bit, you understand? So we are bringing in new events instead of the old events where you see them pulling trucks, doing other things. We're going to be doing loading race this time around, last man standing, and a lot more. So it's going to be completely different. And also, His Excellency will be there, the governor of Lagos State, because we've sent an invite to him graciously. He accepted it. He's going to be there as well to crown the 12th Nigerian Strongest Man, and also a brand new champion that will also wear the mantle of leadership for the next 1 year.
Oh, talking about brand new. Okay, Austin. Yeah.
Demola, let me commend you. You are the guy of oddity. First, you brought curling. We were still trying to understand if curling can, be huge in Nigeria. And here we are talking about the Strongest Man Championship, and this is the 12th edition. Demola, this is extreme sports. Does extreme sports have any sort of following in Nigeria?
They do. If you talk about powerlifting, weightlifting, and so on, they are also extreme sports. Martial art is also extreme sport, and it has lots of followership. So they do.
So what sort of support? Now let's talk about support from the ministry, from stakeholders, the public, because I know what it is. I've covered sports in Nigeria for so many years. How do you put or package a Strongest Man competition to get people to come out to watch or support it?
I think the last edition we did at Oba Saheed Elegushi Beach was supported by Oba Saheed Elegushi himself. Aside from that, I've been spending the money over the 12 years running now to promote the sport. Like me, Austin Okonapan, I do the impossible. You understand? And I've been trying to make sure that Nigeria become the hub of sports. I brought in a new sport as well, apart from Strongest Man, that we'll talk about in subsequent my appearance in your station, I've brought in 2 new sports that are going to be competing as well for the sport in the Youth Winter Olympics again, and also in the Summer Olympics. So those ones are aside. But for this strongest man game, I think the event is growing more and more every day. That's why you could see me putting in more effort to make it acceptable in totality. And the next edition is going to go straight to Kaduna, because I think we have lots of athletes there. And to point out this part, we're going to be having about 10 athletes coming from other parts of Nigeria to come and compete in this edition.
That's interesting. Talking about other athletes, that's actually the point I was going to, because usually it's been Lagos, 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 and now you've said that you've been taking it to Kaduna the next time. Now, talking about other athletes coming in, how do you even bring people together? Do they just, they want to compete? How does it work for athletes who are interested in competing at these championships?
Have this platform to compete. All they believe in doing a job or going to nightclub, to earn for their daily bread. This particular event now is trying to, bring them to the forefront so that they could see, and so that the world could see their talent and then appreciate them. So what they do is that once they see us put out an event, they go to the website, they register, and as soon as they register, then they come in. Once we do the first screening, second screening, the audition, then the main people now go into the main championship to, compete for the honors.
Oh, okay. And I understand how it works, because I know there are a lot of people who are interested in this strongest man. They keep asking questions. How do they even compete? You have, as you mentioned, you have so many strong people in Nigeria, and of course, they want a place where they want to, kind of exercise themselves and, expand that energy that is so much in their system. Lastly, before we let you go, you talked about you are going to be having different innovations. Can you let us into some of the innovation you'll be bringing in this 12th edition?
In the past, we've been having just about 6 events, but in the next edition, we're going to be having about 10 events, which includes last man standing and also loading race. The youth event is going to be a relay kind of between 2 teams trying to compete to win the doubles. Now we introduce doubles for them, so that they can also win an individual medal and also a team medal. So we're going to infuse some fun into it so that it would be entertaining to the crowd. And also the special guest of honor that is coming in, the Lagos State Governor.
Before we let you go, finally, we are in a world where now equality is a big deal. So when are we going to be having the strongest woman championship?
Austin, the truth be told, this is not about gender now. Strongest man is also a strongest woman. We are going to be having female competing as well, because female have been competing in our event, just like the last Elegushi, and then when we were endorsed by NUGA to have our sports in the university, we have female as well competing in the event as well. So in this particular 5th edition, there's still category for women, so I wouldn't let them out, or else Cecilia wouldn't let me be.
That's the inclusion I wanted us to put out there. Now that you've done that clarity, you're free to go. Thank you so much, Demola, for your time on the show, and keep doing the unexpected. Well done. Thank you.
Like we say, still we rise, Nigeria.
Awesome. Thank you. So that's it. President of Nigeria Strongman Federation, Demola Daniel, telling us what to expect from the 12th edition of the Strongest Man Championship scheduled to hold in Lagos on October the 1st and 2nd. I think that's a good way to celebrate Independence Day and let the world know that Nigerians are strong people. Bolu, how strong are you?
I would have loved to pull the trailer myself, but I don't want to show off. That's what I feel. Let me just calm down. Maybe by October 1st, maybe 2040, I'll think about it. Seeing a man pull a container, people would think that tire is just a tire. I've seen that tire. If I know that thing is not just a tire. So I know my forte.